When you think of Dune, you think of Denis Villeneuve. You think of Hans Zimmer's score. You think of Greg Fraser's amazing cinematography. You think of the amazing character arc of Paul Atreides. But for me, especially after my most recent rewatch of the movie, I think of Timothee Chalamet's performance. Before we begin, can you please hit that like and subscribe button? If we can reach close to 500 subscribers by the end of this year, that would mean the world. One of the worst things about the Oscars is its reluctance to acknowledge great action movies, and especially acting in action movies. I can't remember the last time an actor got nominated for an Oscar for being in an action movie. Tom Cruise came close with Top Gun Maverick, but no one expected him to get nominated, and he did not. And you could argue why Tom Cruise did not deserve to get nominated. I totally get it. But you can never convince me why Timothee Chalamet should not get nominated for Best Actor. I know we have a lot of movies yet to come, and getting into that top 5 is always so difficult, and maybe by the end of this year I realize that Timothee is not in the top 5, but for that to happen we might then have one of the best years in cinema ever, which is not going to happen. Timothee Chalamet in Dune Part 2 is a revelation. If you ever do a rewatch of Dune Part 2, I want you to focus on Timothy's acting. I would argue that what he brought, the range of emotions, is unlike we have seen in recent times. He starts out as this boyish, charming prince and ends up as this menacing, charismatic leader. And that shift throughout the movie is both subtle and direct. I think till about 60 or 70% of the movie, the changes are very subtle. But once he takes the water of life, he then wakes up as this different person. It is a very fine line between suspension of disbelief and natural progression, and Timothee Chalamet perfectly portrays it. I'm tired of the Oscars only rewarding smaller movies. Don't get me wrong, I love the Oscars. But it can't be all about arty movies. It should be about rewarding people who deserve to get nominated, regardless of the kind of the movie. Joseph Krasinski deserved to get a Best Director nomination for Top Gun Maverick. Denis Villeneuve deserved to get nominated for Dune Part 1. And Denis Villeneuve absolutely deserves to get nominated, if not win this time. Like I said at the start of the episode, it is still very early in the Oscar season, but I just don't see 5 better performances coming in. Still, I'm worried. I'm worried Denis Villeneuve won't get nominated. I'm worried Timothee Chalamet won't get nominated. And Dune Part 2 will just be another Mad Max Fury Road, where it won a ton of awards technically, but it did not get its glory in the major categories. As much as I did not like Barbie, even Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig not getting nominated shows the Oscar bias. Not that I wanted them to get nominated personally, but you can't deny the love the movie got by both the critics as well as the audiences. I don't think those were snubs, because I think there were other worthy nominees, and that may happen this year as well. But Dune Part 2 is operating at such a high level. I think it's one of the greatest movies of all time. And while I think it's finally time for Denis Villeneuve to get nominated, I'm not quite sure about Timothee Chalamet. And the fact that I'm not sure about Timothee is just ridiculous and shows that the Oscars are less about awarding deserving performances, but more about awarding flashy performances. And that is the reason the term Oscar bait was coined. I would love to know what more people think. Is it premature for me to say that Timothee Chalamet deserves to get nominated so early in the Oscar race? Could be, but I'm very sure about the greatness of this performance. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe, and many thanks for watching.